Hey guys, how are we all doing? Good? So as you might be able to tell from my accent, I've travelled a long way to get here. So that's Sydney, Australia, and not England, as some people have pointed out before. So my name's Martin, and I'm from the Upstart Academy. And at the Upstart Academy, our purpose is to make great internships accessible for all students. Now, if you're like most people, you'd believe that the best way that we learn is by doing. And our philosophy at the Upstart Academy is that the more quality internships that we can create, the better quality graduates that our university institutions that can actually produce. And that's going to be a great thing for society and businesses and everyone in general. So I just want to talk to you about higher education if I can for a brief moment. Now, if I was to say to all of you that the #1 motivating factor that people actually study higher education is for employment outcomes, I'm sure that's not surprising to anyone. So the reason that we go to university, to college, is to get a better job and to improve our employment outcomes. So as we can see here, this is actually a graph. So this isn't our revenue growth yet. This is actually the enrollment growth of people going to study higher education. And it's basically like this all around the world. So over the last 70 years, more and more people have been studying higher education than ever before. So that makes sense. So our jobs are becoming more and more technical. Therefore, we need a more skilled workforce to keep up. But what this graph actually means is that if we're serious about everyone who's going to study the higher education, if we're serious about giving them a quality experience, and a quality experience comes with an element of practicality, then we need to get a bit creative about how we actually provide and facilitate internship opportunities. Because as we can see, this growing trend in higher education is not going to keep up with the number of businesses out there. So at the Upstart Academy, we believe that now is a perfect time with advancements in technology and with workplace culture that we can actually reinvent the whole internship process. So what do we actually do? What's our solution? So quite simply, we're a marketplace that connects students with employers for internships. So that's not new, that's nothing groundbreaking there. But what's different about us is that we actually define clear outcomes and structure in the middle. So what this structure actually does is it allows students and employers to be on the same page about what the internship's going to involve. And the great thing about that is it means that for employers going into the internship, they can actually make a clear decision, a clear business decision as to the value of the internship. And on the student side of the market, we can actually provide tools and resources to support them in giving great results. But it doesn't stop there. So for employers as well, beyond just making a business decision, it actually takes the hassle away from them in terms of managing and structuring an internship program. So their role can be much more value add as opposed to busy work. And for the interns, a clear outcome and structure means that they can actually make an informed decision about whether this internship aligns with their future career goals. And it means they're not going to be doing coffee runs or anything like that. So this is what our platform looks like. This platform's live at the moment, but we're officially launching in a few weeks' time on the 25th of May. So we've got 8 projects that are all in digital marketing that students and employers can engage with. Now, the reason that we're focusing on digital marketing early on is because there's a clear value add for employers for digital marketing work. So all of our projects look to actually be value add, working on the business rather than working in the business. And this has been fundamental in terms of helping us build out the supply side of the marketplace, which is crucial to any internship platform. Now on the student side, these projects are short term and they're flexible because they're delivered remotely and online. So what that means for students is that they can actually fit these internships now around their study and work commitments. So rather than actually waiting to the summer break before they can do an internship, they can actually do one during semester and make these connections early on. So the great thing about this for students is that these internships or these projects that we offer on our platform act as foot in the door type opportunities that will lead to more longer term prospects. So if we dive down into a bit more of the detail now from the student's perspective. So how it works with the students is they choose a project that they'd like to do. Once they do that, they receive some learning material from us. And so that learning material consists of content that we've created as well as content we've curated. What that allows the students to do is actually get ready to deliver this project. Once they're ready and we've actually verified that they're ready, we then make the connection with the employers. But our role doesn't stop there. We actually act as a support network by actually providing them support throughout the internship, as well as connecting them with online forums that allow them to get the support and the answers that they need. And again, that clear structure and outcomes means that this learning support that we offer can be extremely focused and extremely valuable. So let's talk about the benefits now. So fundamentally, the great benefit of what we're doing is we're actually creating a new market of internship opportunities. So by creating a new market of internship opportunities, giving more students the opportunity to engage in internships, we're allowing them to build their practical skills, build industry connections, and fundamentally discover what career they want to do before they graduate, which is extremely important. We're opening up opportunities in remote and rural locations, which means that students can actually engage in internships despite their location, which is really important for students that don't live in the big metropolitan areas. And finally, we're actually a much more efficient marketplace. So we remove all the waste in terms of actually matching students with employers, which is extremely important in terms of creating an efficiency in this market. And there we go. So I'll talk about the competition really quickly. So of course we're up there in the top right corner. And what this graph really, this competition graph really demonstrates is that we build a solution that focuses on students, what they need and what they want. So our key value proposition is direct industry connections and a flexible and online learning solution. So students, they're already studying, they don't need any additional learning material than they don't already need. Which is why our content is really lean and it's really focused on getting them in the door as soon as possible. And the fact that it's remote and online means it's flexible, like I said earlier. So another one of our competitors there, the most closely aligned competitor, QLC, what they do is a project model, but they actually create bespoke projects. So their model isn't as scalable as ours. But what they've proven, which is really important, is that university institutions are willing to pay for a model like this. So they've actually managed to establish relationships with universities, which mean that they're actually able to monetize their model at an efficient way. And another competitor I'll point out is Udacity. So Udacity launched their Blitz program late last year, which was for engineering students. And so they were actually matching engineering students to work on live projects for companies, a really successful model in the engineering computer science market. And we're hoping to adapt that for digital marketing. Now the team, so myself, I handle the content creation, I lead that up as well as the business development. So I'm in charge of forming partnerships with employers as well as universities. My co-founder, Leo, he's our designer. He's worked in digital agencies for more than 5 years. He also handles all our B2C marketing as well. And our CTO, Matt Woods, there's no prizes in guessing what he does at our company. So why are we here? Why did we travel halfway around the world to speak to you all today? So what we're here to do is explore opportunities for partnerships with any US and North American colleges that might be interested in trialling a model like this. It's extremely scalable and it's actually able to be established in new locations quite quickly. So if anyone's interested, please feel free to meet up with me. And also we're opening a seed round early July. So right now we're actually halfway through Australia's leading EdTech Accelerator program. It's finishing in July. We're going to be opening up a seed round then. So more than happy to have any conversations or warm introductions with North American investors, angel investors, anything like that. So that's it. So I'm Martin from the Upstart Academy. We're making great internships more accessible for students everywhere. And I've got a minute left, so if anyone wants to throw a curly question or two at me, more than happy to have a crack. Otherwise, we can all clap. Thanks, guys.